All right, good day, scholars. Today, you're going to be building your own computer in Photoshop, right? So you're going to create a graphic design to showcase the different parts of the computer. And you're going to use your brace map from last week to help you out, right? So these are the same parts we've been looking at last week. Your task today is to build it in Photoshop. First, what you got to do, boom, link here, click here to download the file you need. That will open up a new tab, all right? Now, this is what it's going to look like once it pops in, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you're logged in. Here it is. But we need to download this image, okay? And you can see we got a computer case, and we got all the parts over here. We're going to go to the top right, and we're going to hit the pop out. That'll open up another new tab. And from here, you can go up to the top right, and you can click download. So you're going to click on download, and it will download the file for you. And you can see it's build a computer in Photoshop.psd. So that's perfect. We got that now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up Photoshop. So we're going to go to Photoshop CC 2019. If you're not logged in the class link already with Google, you're going to have to do that. I'm going to open mine up. I'm going to bring it over to this window so you guys can see. Okay, boom, here it is. I got Photoshop. From here, we're going to go to Open, and we're going to open up, probably in our downloads here, build a computer in Photoshop. And you can see it's an Adobe Photoshop file, right? And you can see the little icon there, so I know it's the correct one. Click on it, and I'm going to open it up. And here it is, right? So I'm going to close my 3D. We don't need this. You should have all your layers here. Notice I've labeled them for you. So first off, the computer case, you don't have to move that around at all right? We have our computer case. We're going to put all of our parts inside of our computer case. I'm not going to show you where to put all of them. As you can see, there are colors specific, right, to where they got to go. So the first thing you're going to do is the motherboard. The motherboard is the most important, right? That is where all the other parts connect. So I'm going to click on my motherboard layer. I'm going to go and I'm going to click on my keyboard. I'm going to type Control-T. And you'll notice it highlights the motherboard. And I can grab that. And you'll notice it's got some green here, right? That green is going to go with that green. Isn't that fancy? Look at that. All kind of snaps right into place, too. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to put that there. And from there, right, you should be able to identify these other computer parts. So let's do the power supply next. So I'm going to go to power supply. There it is. You can do Control-T, right? This time I'm going to show you how to do it this way. If you want to do it this way, you can go to Edit, and you can click on Free Transform, and that gives it to you as well. And you're going to grab it, and you're going to put it with the right color, right? So those match. That's perfect. I have it where I want. I'm going to hit Enter. That's where that is. And you're just going to go from one to the other, right? Hard drive, Control-T. There it is. Put it where you think it goes. Pretty obvious, right? Once you have them all in the correct spots, you're going to, so let me do that real quick. You're going to put them all in the correct spots. Power supply. Power supply. Oh, I don't need power supply. What do I need? CPU, central processing unit. That's what I need. Put it in the red, right? The heat sink. Oh, look, it's purple. Put it with the purple. Oh, look, it goes on top of the power supply. Not the power supply. It goes on top of the central processing unit, right? Boom. So on and so forth. You're going to put them all in the spots where it makes sense. GPU. Boom. Hit Enter. You just made a computer. That's where all those parts go. Now what you got to do is we're going to use our brace map. We're going to transfer some info here. So we have our fan, right? We're going to click on our fan layer here. You're going to grab the paintbrush, and you're going to make sure your line is small enough, right? And we're going to get fancy with this, right? We want the same color that the fan is highlighted with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our eyedropper tool here, and I'm going to click on the color. And like you can see, it changed my color down here to that pink. So now I can go back to my brush. This is now small enough. I can then, oops, my brush is a weird thing. I'm going to undo that. Let me change my brush to like a regular general brush here. Boom, let's do that. That works. I'm going to draw a line. Oop, there it is. Now I drew a line to that. fan. I'm going to grab text. I'm going to click right next to it. You might have to change the sizes, right? This is really big. I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than that. And you're going to type in what it is, right? This is the fan. It keeps the computer cool. Nice. We did the fan. And I'm going to label that, right? Fan text. So now we got our fan, we got our fan text. Fantastic. Fantastic. Get it? Heatsink. All right, we need the heatsink. I'm going to click on the heatsink here. Our heatsink's right here, right? If I forgot where it was, I can click on it. I can Control T and it highlights it for me. That's exactly where it is. So I'm going to grab the color. So I'm going to grab the eyedropper tool. Oop. There's that. Now I've got that color. I got that purple. Go back to my brush. I'm going to grab a line. I'm going to put it to the top here. I'm going to put it right next to my next one. Ooh, there it is. Text. This is the heatsink. It keeps heat away from the processor. Oops, I'm going to have to hit enter. From enter again maybe. Ooh, I'm having trouble here. From tab? No. Enter? No. Enter a bunch. I'm hitting enter a bunch to get it done. Okay. It keeps heat away from the processor. Great. Next one. Hard drive. Right? Here's my hard drive. You're going to grab the eyedropper tool, grab that color, go to the paintbrush, and I'm going to make a line up to here. And I'm just going to grab my text and do the same thing. And your text, right, you might have to change things around here. You might have to change the text, the font. I'm using a weird font here because that's what I used last. Right? I had to make it smaller. I'm going to write in here, this is the hard drive. It stores the computers. It stores all your files. Boop, enter, we're good. Right? And go through all of them, right? Power supply, what does that do? Well, this is the power supply down here. I'm going to grab, let's do all of these, right? Just so you know what you're doing here. I got that color, paintbrush. And I'm going to go around here, and I'm going to go across that color. Because why not, right? Boop, text. This is the power supply. It supplies electricity. Enter. I got to hit enter a bunch for me. Yours might be different. To the computer. Boop, I did it. Next one. Right, so that's the power supply. Central processing unit. The central processing unit is underneath, right? It's red. I can kind of see it. So I'm going to grab that red. Boop, got the red. Go back to text. Wait, no, I need the paintbrush next, don't I? I'm going to do it from underneath here. And we're going to go over here, and we'll go up to here. Whoop, grab the text. Okay? This is the CPU. It is the brain of the computer. And again, I don't have enough room, so I got to hit enter a few times. Computer, we're good. Let's do the RAM. The RAM is blue, okay? So I'm going to grab the eyedropper tool. I'm going to grab that blue. I'm going to go back to my brush, and I'm going to draw a line over here. I'm going to grab my text, make a text box, clicking once. This is the RAM. It is the short-term memory. There, I got to hit enter a bunch of the computer. Fantastic. Next one. GPU. Our GPU is orange, right? So I'm going to grab the eyedropper tool. Boom, I got orange. I'm going to grab the paintbrush, and we're going to make a line right over here for us to follow. Text. Click. This is the GPU. It is used for 3D modeling, click it a bunch, and graphics processing, right? For like video games and 3D modeling, all that fun stuff. So we got the orange motherboard. Fantastic. Let's grab the motherboard color. It's green. There's green. Let's grab the brush. I'm going to go from the motherboard over here. Click on the text. Click once. This is the motherboard. It connects all of the other computer parts together. And there we go. If you want to do one for computer case, you can. I think we know what the computer case is, right? It's for holding everything in place, right? But that's basically it. So you're going to put your parts together. You're going to label them what they do with the correct colors. And that's it. Once you're finished with it, make sure you save. File, save it, and then you're good.